Alright, I think I found the sample for the day. Let me let you hear it. Go to my library right here. And all I got to do now is pull it into my MPC. Since it's right here, right? Let me move it down a little bit so you can see. Let me zoom in a little bit. I want to drop it in my sample, so I just drag it and drop it right in the sample. Now all I do is, or I could go back. Let's open it up. We could change the pitch right here, or we could do it in the MPC. You can do it wherever we want to do it at. You can mix it up. You can make it hit with the kicks. You could do all whatever you want to do. All right, so I rather do it. I can do it here, but I like to work in the MPC. So it give you the BPM, it give you everything. All right, so let's go in here. Go to my audio track. Drop it in the audio track. Let's warp it to 75. Tell me it's 75 right here, so we warping it to 75. I'm still on my 140. I might drop it down a little bit. Let's hear what it sound like. Alright, so since it's that long, what we could do is right here, stretch it. See right here? We stretched it. Now it's a little bit too slow for my liking, so let's just move it up, move our BPM up. Always make sure this is the warp is stayed on 150, but move your BPM up or down. So we're gonna put that on 160. Now from right here we can do any chops we want to do. We can do. So I want this to be the first. I want this to be first. All right, and this come at the end. So what we doing is we're going to chop it right there. Just move this over. All right, now let's check it out. But we can find some ways to manipulate this. Let's see where these land at. So we are here. Anything that land like right on the grid, like this. If you want to cut off the grid, see that? If you want to cut off the grid, you hold shift. And then you can cut wherever you want to cut. All right, little shortcut. Let's undo that. I know what I'm gonna do. All right, so we're gonna cut from here. Make all cuts. And then what we're going to do, we're going to reverse each of them. Reverse, 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 and reverse. Now let's hear that. You hear the little pops in it? We're going to get that out of there. All right, so we go on this one and just do a little fade in. All right. This one. fade in. You hear that? All the clicks is gone. Alright, so now I got the chops how I want it. What I can do now is right here, bounce it and drag it in. So everything, instead of having the chops, everything would be all in one now. Alright, so now I could change the pitch or whatever I want to change now. Change the semitone. So this track was already, the sample was in G minor. So if I move it up, let's go up 2 from G, 2 from G. Like remember I showed you last time, 2 from G. So we had G right here is 1, 2. That will make it into an A. All right. So now listen to it. So now the song is in A. All right. So once we know that, let's go back to our MIDI now. Find a little something, pad or something to go with that. All right, let's go ahead and add that. So we're gonna go back to the sample audio, add an EQ to it, and drop off some of the low mids. That low mid is making it a little bit muddy. Let's solo it. We can even drop this off the low end, because we ain't hearing nothing past 20 anyway. The pad that we used in Omnisphere. Let's put an EQ on that too and see what we need to take out of that. So what we do with what I like to do with my reverb is put my reverbs on a send track, turn the reverb all the way up, and then use the send for any, so I don't have to keep using multiple reverbs unless I need to use a different one. All right, put my reverb on a send, not the submix. We're gonna put it on a return, right? So once return, we use these knobs in correlation with these. So let's go ahead and put a Valhalla on there, turn it all the way up, and then we can vintage verb, sure the mix is all the way up. Sometimes I like to do the low end a little bit, and then let's listen. Hide the submix. Now hit our return next to this. So the more I turn this, once I start turning this knob, you'll see the effect happen in the return. All right, so that's for our reverb. Can put it all the way up. If less reverb, just a little bit of reverb. Let's put it up about halfway. And what I can do now, I can also use it on my audio track, so that one effect is affecting multiple tracks. You hear? So I don't want it that much, but you understand what I'm trying to say.